Sarajevo came into life in the end of 15th century. It derives from the words of Sarai, which means palace, and Ovasi, which means surrounding grounds. This is actually an official division between East and West. East, from this side you will see the Turkish and Ottoman Empire influence, and on the west from that side you will see the Western European influence. It's modern versus the old. So we're crossing into the old Turkish side, where Ottoman Empire influence is clearly visible on every single step that you go. Local art visible just everywhere. And this is Sebi. This is actually an emblem of Barčašija, a district of Sarajevo. You can clearly see the Ottoman influence, because those kind of fountains are only found in former Ottoman Empire. You won't find it anywhere else. Where the usual fountains are actually push the water up, this is the fountain that actually has drinkable water, and it goes into the well. The sound of actually coffee making is all the way that we go in many places here. This is traditional Bosnian food, cevapa, always served with just a fork. It derives from the Turkish kebab, but it's unique for this region, and basically it's served, it's a meat, onions, and bread is beautifully soaked with butter, always served with yogurt. So we'll see how it connects with meat and what my tummy will actually say to that. What did it say? Vegetarians don't have easy life in Bosnia for sure. Just a little story about the history of Sarajevo. So in the end of 15th century, Ottoman Empire invaded this area, and they've decided that this will be a good idea to have some capital city of this region of the Ottoman Empire. We can see that there is a remembrance of the war, that it's still live in their hearts. You can see that on every single step, and we're just next to one of the roses. Roses are actually an emblem of the war in the 90s, and it actually means that someone died here, right in this spot. And the red stain is actually someone's blood, and it's for the future generations to remember what happened in the 90s. This is an Olympic museum, and it's actually unbelievable that the same people that were fighting for the medals together, arm in arm, were fighting not so many years later in a war against each other, just because one of them went to the different church than the other one. We've got few different religions here. We've got Christians, Muslim, Orthodox and Jewish, just in one city. The scars of the past definitely didn't heal themselves right up to this day, and you can see it on every single step in Sarajevo. So here we would like to learn about history of the genocide in Srebrenica and in Bosnia. So for us it's been like going back to Oświęcim, where all this horror also happened in Poland. This is actually the sighting as we've also seen in Poland, especially that our history is all about the genocide during the German Nazi camps, and also when Russia invaded Poland in 1939. this is a wall of shame. After actually genocide and mass murders of Jews, you would have thought that that will never happen again. And yet, 50 years later, you've got it in Bosnia. And now, at this moment, also in Ukraine. So I think that it's very important to actually remember what happens, as people never learn from the history. You've got it all here in this museum.
Premier.
Oh yeah, I know. Prime Minister.
Prime Minister from Malaysia.
Oh. Okay.
Mahathir.
So we've actually met an owner of the car. This is actually a replica of the car that was driven during the assassination.
Like Lady Sophie.
Yeah, like Sophia.
Now we're going to Mostar.
And this is actually the same vehicle where Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in 1914. It's changed the whole Europe, and Austro-Hungary will have its last days in this city, the city of Sarajevo. The bridge now seems quite peaceful. Back in 1914 it wasn't. We are exactly on the top of the Latin Bridge. Over there we can see the car that the assassination in 1914 happened. Gavrilo Princip assassinated Franz Ferdinand. We've just been into the vehicle that was driven on that day. Sarajevo was part of Austro-Hungary, and from that time everything started First World War. Sarajevo still lives, but Austro-Hungary is not anymore in this place. Now we are back to our car and we're going to Serbia. So fingers crossed that everything will be okay on the border.